Stirring the pot and nibbling cheese with St. Anne's, a sassy cheese channel that's changing the world one nibble of cheese at a time. And today we're doing that with Nancy Kelly from Hungry Toad Farm. Mm-hmm. It's not farms.
Right.
It's not toads.
Not toads.
It's a singular Hungry Toad
They're
Farm.
hungry. They're not hurried. They're not harried. They're not horny.
Okay.
Perfect. They're hungry.
Hungry Toad Farm. And Hungry Toad Farm is a very, very special place to me because what Nancy is doing sort of is the chief plant starter, you're chief flower maker, you're at the front desk a lot, but you're really supporting a local farm in suburbia. That farm to suburbia story is something that's very important to you. And I understand Ohio has 28 million acres of land. 14 million acres are for agriculture. The number of small family farms are kind of notching down in Ohio. Yeah. So this is a topic that it's important before we get into maybe the products that you're doing.
Yeah, we feel a little bit like an antique sometimes. And people like coming to our place because it's an old time place. We have person-to-person relationships. Being in the community, people will be out riding their bikes or walking down the street, and they can just kind of pop in and buy something for dinner and head on home, We used to have children, before COVID, we had children come over by themselves to buy a tomato for dinner, and they can pick out their own things and they can actually see where it grows. We tend to talk to them about different things. When they ask about the difference in flavor of the different colored eggs that we have, we say, well, all eggs are the same on the inside, just like people, but they have different colors on the outside. So we get into all sorts of philosophical as well as, actually growing things.
And that sort of comes from the kind of creator of Hungry Toad Farm, Absolutely. Which is Michael Malone.
We call him Professor Toad.
Professor Toad. Yes. So hello, Michael. I'm glad that we have Nancy here today. So Michael was a creator Yes. on this, and want to give him credit that we keep this going on because he's been very passionate.
Right. He managed to turn under 3 acres of land into a productive farm. People think we're not a farm because we're so small. We are. We have several hoop houses, and one of our hoop houses, I took 6 weeks of produce that came out of it. And for 6 weeks, we pulled 450 pounds of cucumbers every week. And we pulled 2,500 pounds of tomatoes, and I stopped counting.
How many people do you think you would feed from that farm in a year? I mean, is that a hard question?
That's a very hard question because we don't have all of the things that somebody needs. We don't have everything that somebody needs. For instance, we don't have a lot of meat now. We do have a relationship with a farm down the road, which is a smaller farm too, that raises grass-fed beef. Mm-hmm. So now we have their hamburger.
Right, the liaison, you do with the bread makers.
Right.
Honey, I think I've seen.
Right.
Coffee. And cheese. Of course, cheese. We're going to get to cheese, of course.
There you go.
I know it's all about the cheese, Nancy, but I'll share. Sharing is caring. But you are planting the seeds. Mm-hmm. I see that. I mean, you're buying the seeds at one time of year, then we're planting. Mm-hmm. So can you show a little bit about what is being harvested right now?
Well, right now we're doing our plant sale for one thing. So we have lots of greens. It's springtime. We have collards, which is an unusual vegetable for people to grow around here. I'm trying to push it to other people and let them learn that it's wonderful. And this is arugula. We have lots of lettuces and spinach.
Your spinach is amazing.
Yeah, the spinach is a different type of spinach than what you can buy just about anywhere else. Commercial growers don't grow this type of spinach. It's a heavier, more textured. And
now, when people go to the grocery store, the produce does not look as fresh as yours.
Well, that's because most of this is harvested the day before you buy it.
In some of the grocery stores, they're shipping, right? From out of state.
Right.
in.
Or even 8 hours in sometimes. It's a lot. And it's the shipping itself that damages things sometimes.
Okay.
And if you're concerned about your carbon footprint, you want to try to buy things locally and you want to try to eat seasonally. Because right now we're into this, and as
The tomatoes are not a
on,
thing right now.
right, and the tomatoes won't come until July. Now you'll find tomatoes all year round, and you'll find tomatoes even some of the local places, because people bring them in, but we grow them. Everything, all the produce that we sell, we grow, and it gives us an opportunity too to teach people to grow their own things.
Perfect. And you have a couple examples.
Yes.
After like this torturous winter, that's sort of like a winter one week and then it's a summer the next week.
Yeah, we have lettuce plants now for sale. We have herb plants. This is a cucumber plant that people can take home, and we'll teach them how to grow their own peppers, grow their own tomatoes. You know, if you just grow one or two things, it's always fun, especially for children to learn.
Definitely.
Because we had Michael always tells the story about the child who came and he pulled a carrot out of the ground. Michael did, and the child looked at him and said, "How'd you get it in there?" Because kids don't know. They just don't know.
It's like making cheese. The same thing is how does the cheese come out? Right.
Yeah.
And then flowers. Nancy, St. Anne's Cheese has done a handful of projects with Nancy helping us learn how to make a bouquet, and that is a art.
Yeah.
It is not easy to make the bouquets, and you do it so lovely.
Well, thank you. Right now it's springtime, so I've got the Baptisia, which is a native Ohio plant. Right now it's at its gorgeous self. We have bachelor buttons that are blooming. We have anemones. These are the peonies that are just starting to come out. And we also have our irises. The hellebore is at its end, but hellebore is a beautiful flower.
And so we're going to be doing a project coming up that we have not done over at the farm.
Yeah, our projects are always a lot of fun.
They are a lot of
Everybody
fun.
has a good time.
And I think I want people to experience a farm. And it's hard because we can't have a cow in Dayton. So people can't really go to where we're making cheese. So I appreciate coming over and just really for folks to work in the soil and to pick what they want, what is attractive to them. This year we're going to be doing Flower Pot Charcuterie, a crudité pot. So you will get a little pot and be able then to pick or will be you can go out in the farm possibly.
I'm going to have 7 rows that they can choose from.
So you'll be able to actually go onto the farm, pick out your flowers that will go with some crackers and cheese and figs, and we'll put some cheese in here and come up with some really creative, amazing table toppers. And we just have started selling butter. This has been a passion project for a long time. It's harder to transport butter to keep everything food safe, but we have 1 pound salted butter. They are loaded in some of our favorite farms and community growers before we get them to the major grocery stores. So
our people are really excited about it.
Thank you.
We had it last Saturday and people were thrilled.
So really glad to collaborate. Because we are just in the cheese lane, and you really, to save the farm and what you're doing is very meaningful to the community.
Well, we keep trying to pull more of our community people together too. So that's why we have the local farm with beef, and why we have cheese, and why we have
eggs,
honey.
So come visit Hungry Toad Farm, and thank you for coming to visit the Cheese Studio
Thanks
today.
for having me.
You're welcome.